Hello my fellow wizards, my name is Mitch the Mage, and today we're talking Legion. The pre-patch specifically. Holy god. This actually makes me really excited for Legion. It's giving me high hopes. From what I've played, I'm like really digging it. My god. Oh, I'm gonna go over some of the changes with you. In the background, I'll just have the survival guide that World of Warcraft put on their own channel up, and I'll just have that in the background, just kind of showing you what kind of new stuff. Maybe I'll miss something from there, but I have my own little thing I'm going to read off. I had some notes. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to start talking. My god, they have finally done it. The one thing that I've always wanted. The one thing I've always wanted. Gnome hunters. Yes. There's going to be little gnomes freaking wielding guns and now doing melee, but I'll talk about that later. Anyway, gnome hunters, man. Gnome hunters. And they can actually tame mechanical pets. Holy crap. I'm gonna have to make one later in this video, but dude, you realize how awesome this is? I'm just so excited for gnome hunters. That's gonna be my new main, dude. Forget my rogue. I'm just gonna do gnome hunter, man. That's just amazing. And let's talk about hunter. Well, I'll talk about that later. I'll just go down my list I have here. So some of the other changes, like now they kind of removed major glyphs, which I'm pretty happy about because like they were kind of a jerk to work with, but I'm not sure what scribers are gonna like do. I don't know how that profession's gonna change, but you still need like tomes of the clear mind and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. Scribers now make that kind of stuff. Like they totally changed the talent system around in the specialization. Now it's just they have talents that are specific to each specialization. From what I've seen, I don't know that for a fact for every class. There's some talents that stay the same in every specialization, but I've been playing rogue and every talent specialization, like all the talents have been switched around kind of, but there's still a couple that stay true to every specialization, if that makes sense. Now, I know scribers, or what do they call them? I'm not sure. Whoever made the glyphs before, I've never actually made. I know that it's called inscription. I'll just call them scribers. I know I've never really made one, but I know they can put something down to allow everybody in a radius, kind of like a feast, kind of like everybody can click on this thing and switch their talents around, which is pretty cool. They totally changed specializations in that matter. Like you don't need secondary specializations because you can just switch to any one on the fly. You could just go from assassination to, I think it's called outlaw for rogues, and then subtlety whenever you want, like mid-raid, as long as you're not in a battle. I found that out the hard way. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of amazing. I'm pretty excited for this, man. I'm really excited for this. My god. You can't switch talents unless you are in a rested area. So that means, or as I was talking about earlier, or you can use those tomes of clear mind, or that scriber guy can lay down a big scribe and everybody can change it. But yeah, you have to be in a rested area to do that. So I'm really glad because this allows us to just do whatever we want on the fly. I can be out in Draenor and just switch to whatever I want based on what I need. So some other changes, like specializations themselves, like they really did some stuff here. Rogues especially, there's a new specialization called Outlaw, which takes the place of combat. They kind of made it as the rough and tough, I'm gonna get on your level and just shoot you in the face. And yeah, you use pistols. You can like stun people with pistols. It's awesome. It's amazing. But they changed a lot of the specializations around, like how they work and everything. Like, do you guys know that Subtlety used to have hemorrhage and all that? That was the only class to have it, or specialization. Now, they made Assassination kind of work on bleeds and stuff like that. Now, Subtlety is just a one-trick pony, like, I'm gonna come out in your face and, like, freaking kill you with whatever I have. It only has one dot that I know of. And maybe a couple more due to talents, but yeah, it's more just burst damage than anything. The Assassination Rogues now worry about bleed damage and poison damage. Assassination is the only specialization that actually has poisons now, I should say. Isn't that weird? That'll be a weird change. But enough about that. Now we have the true survival hunter, as they were back in like Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King days. We have a melee survival hunter. I'm so freaking glad about this. You know what? I am changing Time to Shot You into a survival hunter just because of that. We're going to do the rest of that series with survival. I don't care. It's going to be freaking amazing. I haven't checked it out yet. I've been waiting for my reaction to do those videos, so if you're interested in that, wait for the next video I have out and we'll learn it together. Yeah, so other changes are transmog collections. So now, it basically saves all the patterns that you've ever worn, and you can go to like a transmog place and pick out of all of the decorations that you've ever had on that fit your class and armor specialization and all that. So that's pretty cool. It kind of made it like a toy collection or the buying an account stuff, the heirlooms. So I'm not really interested in that. I'm not a big transmog dude, so that's not for me. I just kind of wanted to mention it for you guys. Now they have new animations for melee and spells, like spell hits and stuff, like abilities. It's pretty cool. I noticed as in my rogue, I'll show you later. They changed a lot of the stuff. It kind of looks like you're actually hitting them, and it's kind of more cartoony-ish kind of things, but I'll show you that later. They made the view distance of the game greater. I'm sure you've heard that if you've been looking into Legion. But they actually made the camera distance smaller, so you can't really like cheap it out anymore. It only goes to the slider. All the add-ons that help it, or the commands. Yeah, the console commands won't make the camera distance go out anymore. So I'm not sure about that. I'm not too butthurt about it because I don't really use those. It's too far away from my character to really matter, but I know in raiding it especially helps, so I'm not sure how people react to that. And yeah, well, the final news on my list here, that there's a bunch of other stuff that got changed, but this is my list. Demon Hunters coming out the 9th for people that pre-order the game. Yeah, just expect a video from me, probably on that day, because I'm going to be playing World of Warcraft 24/7 that day. Yeah, it's going to be freaking amazing. Just expect a video. I'll just say that. Expect a video. Yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to quit this footage and go right into game and show you what kind of changes rogues have. Alright, here we are with my rogue Time to Stab You. We're out in Tanan Jungle. I'm going to show you some of these animations and specs I was talking about. I'm just not going to do it on a training dummy because I feel it's more fun to actually go kill stuff, you know? Kind of show you what it pairs up with out here and all that. So yeah, here we have a Tanan Glue Hunter. I am in the Specialization Outlaw right now. I'm going to show you some of its perks. So stealth-wise, this specialization doesn't have too much. For now, it's pretty much just ambush, and it has sap. Every specialization has sap at least, and ambush. Some of the talents for this specialization are way different. Like, here it all kind of focuses on just staying nitty-gritty, doing more damage, and having kind of like a couple options to get out, but not a whole lot. Like this specialization doesn't even have the dodge evasion spell, so that it kind of makes it a little harder, but that makes up for it with Iron Stomach, because now every specialization has this thing called Crimson Vial, which is basically just a heal. It's a better heal than the other one was. I can't remember what the other one was called, but yeah, it's a way better heal. It heals you over a quicker time, and it does percentage instead of... Well, I guess the other one did percentage, but it just does better percentage. So, yeah. These talents for Outlaw are really fun. Like, at first, I did this cannonball barrage, which you command a ghost ship to, like, shoot a barrage in an area. Actually, yeah, it's pretty really cool. Really, really cool. It's awesome. I actually took Killing Spree because it's a lot better with killing a lot of things. Like, it kept a lot of the combat mentality. Like, you still have Blade Flurry, which helps you hit other enemies. Any enemy you want, really. So I took Killing Spree. I think that's only with Outlaw, if I remember right. Yeah. I'll show you that more on that in depth later if you want. I just wanted to kind of show you like new combat animations. So yeah, Outlaw doesn't have too much in the way of stealth abilities. It just has the regular ones like ambush and cheap shot. So I'll do a cheap shot, and I want you to notice all the new combat animations. Just me striking him. So see how you kind of like strike, and you can kind of see the hits hitting the view model. Oh, stop doing that. I'm trying to show him stuff. Maybe this wasn't the best NPC to do it. Give me a sec. I'll find a different one. But did you kind of notice the little cartoony hits on them? I'll go attack this big guy up here. Here we go. Watch this. Okay. You see the little cartoony hits, like the little sparks? That's new. It kind of shows you what you're hitting. Like, I'll use my new Saber Slash. You see how it went, like, sparked to the side? I think that's pretty neat. So, Outlaw favors out of stealth more than in stealth. But you still want to use stealth at times, you know, just to get away. So now you have Saber Slash, which is basically your Sinister Strike, your Mutilate. It has a chance to hit twice and gives you a free pistol shot, which basically is it's like a better Shuriken Strike. You can shoot people from afar and get a combo point. Watch this. I'm gonna cap this guy.
I'm out of range.
I think it's awesome that Outlaws have freaking pistols now. It's amazing. And you also can use a pistol in one of your combo point users. So this one's called Between the Eyes. It stuns them and does damage. It does 4 times damage if you get a critical. So if you're set up to do a critical, you'll do a ton of damage with that ability. And then you got the normal kind of eviscerate thing. It's called Run Through. Outlaw seems to just do pure damage. It does a ton. It's the combat class. So if you want to go into an old raid and like kill all the people, this is the specialization you're going to use, because you can hit a bunch of people at a time. Especially with that cannonball barrage, that's what I would bring into the table. Now, as far as staying alive, you pretty much only have your Vanish and your Crimson Vial ability. So I'm not sure if they'll patch that, because as it stands now, Outlaw rogues have like no way of like getting harm, like lessening the harm to themselves. They're just like, oh yeah, let's run in, you know. We only have that heal and the Vanish. Other than that, we're screwed, man. But yeah, this class is pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it will become. So now I'll show you Assassination. The only specialization now that has poisons. Pretty interesting. So, it has the regular poisons that they kept in. So you got Deadly Poison, Wound Poison, Crippling Poison. I took Leeching Poison. It's a talent. Out of all the talents, it looked the best to me. And Agonizing Poison is a talent too. I'm not quite liking it at the moment. It replaces your Deadly Poison, which is kind of stupid. If it replaced your offhand one, it'd be amazing. But I think that might make rogues too powerful. Basically, it has a 20% chance on each strike to poison the enemy, increasing all damage taken from your abilities by 5.6%, stacking 4 times. So, at first glance, it sounds awesome, but in like replacement for your poisons, I'm not sure if it's the best, because as a assassination rogue, you kind of always had relied on your poisons. So I still would probably take Deadly Poison. I'm just kind of trying it out. So this this class has a little bit in the way of stealth. Just a little bit more than Outlaw, but not too much. They made... So Garrett used to be an only stealth ability, right? They made... Here, I'll go attack this guy. Because there's nothing else to attack. They made Garrett just like a regular combo point ability, and the same as the other. Like, if you use it out of stealth, it will silence them, but you don't have to use it in stealth, and it will just cause the same bleed that it did before. So this changes Assassination Rogue's mechanic really quite well. So you can put all these bloods on the target, all these bleeds on the target, like this. So I got Garrow, I got Rupture, I got Hemorrhage. Hemorrhage is a talent. See, right here, like, every specialization except for Outlaw has this evasion, which really helps you stay alive in the slew things. You got the regular mutilate, but you just got all these bleeds in addition to your poisons and stuff. See? Deadly poison, leech poison. If I had leech poison, I'd be staying alive a lot longer here. So I have this talent that I've been trying out called Exsanguinate, or whatever it's called. It means something like to the effect of bleeding. But yeah, I'll do Garrow, I'll do Hemorrhage, and basically what this talent does... Oh wait, did I switch my talent? Oh, I did. Oh, that takes over Agonizing. Oh yeah. Okay, well basically that talent would basically... You twist your blades into the target wounds, causing your bleed effects on them to bleed out 400% faster. That does a ton of freaking damage, dude. Like, no joke. It, like, causes all of your bleeds on the target to do 400% faster tick rates. And it's amazing. I love that talent. It's only a 45-second cooldown, which you wouldn't expect. But yeah, every specialization just does a ton of damage and is a lot more simplified. This is the one thing that I think Legion is doing right. It's kind of fixing up the crappy system that Cataclysm got into play, but not quite returning it back to its old ways back in Wrath of the Lich King, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll show a more in-depth video of this later if you want. Then we got Subtlety. Yeah, Subtlety is... Honestly, I hated it before, but since they changed it, it's my freaking favorite. Out of, like... I can't pick and choose which one I want to play because they're all so fun, but Subtlety, they changed this for the better, dude. This talent, this specialization is amazing. So you have all this array of stuff. They made Shadow Dance a freaking charge. Yes, you have 3 charges of Shadow Dance and they have 1 minute to recharge. That's amazing. It's freaking amazing. So you can, like, keep all your charges or you can go all blast, all out. Each time you use a charge, I think one of the talents gives you, each time you use a charge you get 30% or 30 energy. So it's freaking amazing. You have all these like moves though. So like in stealth you have Symbols of Death, which increases all your damage that you deal by 20%. And it also causes your next Shadow Strike to critically strike. It's also unaffected by the global cooldown. You know what that means? You stack every freaking ability. Like I made a macro that basically, with Subtlety, your Feint also gives you versatility. So I have this talent that basically just uses my versatility token that I have from PvP, and then Feint and Symbols of Death. So I have that. I also have this macro that I made because it's so easy to make macros on this character now. That basically does the whole full rotation. So basically it will cheap shot, go into Shadow Dance, Shadow Strike, and you get that critical strike from the Symbols of Death. Shadow Strike is basically kind of like a backstab that teleports you to their back, so you don't really have to do anything. It makes it a lot easier for you. So I have this, I'll just show you what the talent does. Watch this crap. Oh, I kind of messed it up. Give me a sec. Sorry, I messed that up a little bit. Where's the new target? Where's the new target? Sorry, guys. I wasn't close enough. I think he teleported away or something. Or ran just slightly away from my reach. So let me find a new person to kill. I'm just so excited with these changes, dude. Sorry if this video is quite long. I'll just put a disclaimer. If you want to watch this part, you can, but you don't have to stick around for it. My main thing was just getting those pre-patch thoughts out of my head, because this is an amazing patch, I'm thinking. Alright, so I did the Symbols of Death macro, and then I'll do this macro. So it basically just freaking annihilates the target. So basically it cheap shots, shadow dances, shadow strikes, and then does the new dot that only Subtlety has. So Nightblade is kind of like a dot that is kind of evil if you think about it. It puts a dot on the target that does damage, but also if you keep hitting them with the dot's duration, their movement speed slows by 50%. I'll show you. So I'll do the dot on this Gloom Hunter, and if I keep striking them, movement speed is slowed by 50%. It starts at 7 seconds. Isn't that freaking crazy? As the dot, throughout the entire dot duration. It's amazing. Oh man, all these talents are so cool. What do you guys think about this? Do you like this pre-patch as much as I do? Leave a like in the comment, or comment down below and tell me how much you like it. If you hate it, I really don't mind. Dislike or like the video, depending on how you felt about the video. Hopefully likes. And subscribe for more awesome content like this in the future. I'm Mitch the Mage, and you guys have a nice day.